So we're going to take a look at how to get an NPS tool up and running at lightning speed in ERSA. So all you need to do is go to your tools menu, your organisation header. You hit the plus button to add a tool, pick NPS survey. That will add your NPS tool into your organisation. All the defaults it's set so it's not active. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to go to settings, or you can click the tool status panel here, and we're going to change it to active. We're going to also call it Net Promoter Score. I'm just going to click save. You've got your score set up here, so your question, your low end of the scale, your high end of the scale, and if you want to do any smart tagging. So smart tagging is really awesome. So we're going to add some NPS responses, our smart tag, and we're going to save that as well. So what that means is any respondent will be logged into your people directory, and they'll also have a tag added to them as an NPS response, and you can use that to re-engage them. So we're also going to set up a period. So this is how frequently you want an NPS survey to run, and setting up the individual times. So we're going to do it quarterly. So I'm just going to say we're in financial year 21 at the moment, quarter number 2. And so that starts in October until the end of December. I'm currently filming this in November. So when I hit save, you'll notice that it's already the current period because it's set based on the date. And then you'd add all the periods where you want it to run. So I'd normally set up like 3 or 4 in advance. Then the period's set up. So if we jump back to dashboard, we can see the tool's active. We've got a current period as well. We're not moderating. We're just doing this really nice and quickly. We're going to capture it through a web page. So let's go to our web capture. What we can see here is we can see a preview. So all you need to do is we need to just click the test capture web page, and that will load your test page up. In a preview mode. So we can see here that the public page hasn't got the preview bit at the end here. So we know now that if we're going to add any data into the preview, it's not actually going to be saved to our responses. So it's just so you can test to see what's going to happen. So you can see the defaults set up. So if you reload the page, let's have another look at that default. It says, how likely are you to recommend our business or to a friend or a colleague? Not likely at all, 0 to 10, which is extremely likely. So we've got our detractor scores down here, then we've got our passive scores and our promoter scores at the top. Your user can pop in their details, and they can also select Remember Me. And that means that next time they come to this survey, it will automatically pre-fill their information to make it really nice and fast. Cool, so that preview looks great to start with. So we're just going to enable the web capture, and we're going to hit save at the bottom of the page. Cool, so now let's go back to our dashboard. We can see that the tool's active, the web capture is enabled, and we've got a current period. So now all we need to do is, from the web capture page, copy our public page, and share that out with our audience, and that's it. And then just wait for the responses to come back in. So I'm going to add a response now just so you can see how that's going to look. We're going to add a promoter response, so 9, so they really like your business, and we'll add myself in, and I'm just going to hit submit. And they get a thank you message as well, and that score is saved. So if we jump back into our tool and go to responses, you can see we've got a response. We can download that if we need to. If we go into our results, you can see the current net promoter score for the current period, and you can see the breakdown of where the score comes from, if there's moderation on, if there's extra questions asked, and if people have updated their score. So now we've got a score in. You can see in the dashboard that we are burning with gas. Our NPS survey is up and running in no time at all. And if we go to our people directory, you can see as I responded, it's added me to the people directory, and it's also tagged me with a smart tag as well. So that will enable me to actually re-engage this person automatically in the future. But we'll look at that in subsequent videos. So that's how to get an NPS tool up and running at lightning speed. I'd encourage you to have a look at some of the other videos where we go in more depth on how you can set up your web page to have a custom view. You can add follow-up questions, and you can dedicate them to promoters, passives, or detractors, or all of them, or any combination. We can do automated email campaigns as well, which could be based off our people directory, either groups of people or how they've been smart tagged. And we can look at integrations, actually pulling the data directly from your own software. So it's a really powerful tool, and this is just the first step in getting it out and live.